Welcome to Variant, I'm your host, Arris. Today my good friends over at Ismahawk put up a live action battle of Flash versus Quicksilver, which after you guys are done watching this video, you should head over to their channel and watch the video they put up by clicking the link in the description below. Unless you already watched their video, at which point, ignore everything I just said. In any case, they put up some great live action superhero battles, and their newest one, Flash vs. Quicksilver, got me thinking, what would happen if the Flash fought Quicksilver? But also, is Flash the strongest or most powerful superhero? Well, to find out, we have to briefly run through all their powers. Let's start with Quicksilver. He is extremely powerful, capable of moving and thinking at superhuman speeds. Originally capable of running at the speed of sound, exposure to high evolutionary's isotope E made it possible for the character to run at supersonic speeds of up to Mach 10 and resist the effects of friction, reduced oxygen, and kinetic impact while moving at super speeds. The character's speed allows him to perform feats such as creating cyclone-strength winds and running up walls and crossing bodies of water. He can also move his molecules so fast that he can move through solid objects, and his body is capable of resisting tremendous impact forces that would easily crush and kill normal humans. Because his brain functions at superhuman speeds, everything he perceives moves slower to him, meaning Quicksilver is able to think at great speeds, contrary to his impulsiveness. He has also been trained in martial arts and other forms of combat by Captain America, making him an excellent fighter. Mix that with super speed and you have someone you wouldn't want to mess with. But let's not forget that he has super strength on top of that. With his upper body, he can lift approximately 1,000 pounds while his legs compress approximately 1 ton. Basically what I'm saying is, he can kick a sedan across the street. But now let's move on to the Scarlet Speedster. He's way faster than the speed of light, moving at speeds over 600 million miles per hour. But running fast isn't the only thing he can do. Through quantum tunneling, he can also phase through anything. And in Superman issue 709, Barry Allen states that he can also think at the speed of light and perceive events that last less than an attosecond. And he can run faster than time, meaning he can time travel. But let's talk about the attosecond thing. In case you're trying to puzzle how short that is, let me tell you that it is impossible for the human brain to comprehend how small of a time frame that is just by looking at it. So I'm going to lay some facts down for some context. 12 attoseconds is the shortest measurable amount of time possible. In a single second, light can travel across the Earth about 7.5 times. In a single attosecond, light wouldn't make it from one end of an atom to the other end. And the Flash perceives events in less than an attosecond. But I'm not done listing some of his abilities. As demonstrated several times in the comics, Flash has proven that as he reaches the speed of light and beyond, his body begins to acquire enough mass to punch with the force of a white freaking dwarf star. You know, one of the most dense objects in the known universe. And according to the theory of relativity, the faster you move, the slower time becomes, meaning the more mass you would be able to gain. So in theory, the Flash can deliver his infinite mass punch every second. That's insane. But now let's talk about his regular punches. If the Flash is throwing punches at the speed of light, which he can clearly do, and assuming his opponent is about a foot away, he is landing a single punch every nanosecond. So in 1 second, he would have punched you approximately 1 billion times. A regular person would be dead several hundred times over by then, and a regular metahuman would also be dead, or at least very close to it depending on their power set. Now I can go on and on with Flash's powers and abilities, but in summary, the Speed Force, which Barry Allen Flash created, allows him to be incredibly fast in all aspects, not just running, which makes him one of the most powerful superheroes ever. Now to answer the question of what this episode is titled, is Flash the most powerful superhero? I personally don't think so. I think Superman is, for all the reasons I mentioned in my Is Superman the Most Powerful Superhero episode, so you can go watch that video if you're curious. Don't get me wrong though, I personally think Flash is definitely one of the top 5 most powerful superheroes, meaning he can defeat Quicksilver in a fight with ease. He would run circles around him. No pun intended. And that's not me being biased to the Flash, that's just the facts. Well, I guess not the real facts because both characters are fake, but you guys know what I mean. In any case, the Flash is just all around more powerful than Quicksilver for all the reasons I mentioned and more.